And again, as we've seen in these kind of matches, Gringo Loco must be no happy man either to be having to defend his title against two people. The championship advantage completely out the window in a match like this.
Hell yeah. Ninja Mack making his debut, but Speedball, a former openweight champion here at Demand Lucha, looking to claim the top prize, the Premier Championship. And look at that, always with respect. Ninja Mack, the same. I don't think you'll get that from Gringo Loco.
No, I think not. I would be highly surprised if we saw any sort of respect being shown whatsoever tonight from Gringo Loco.
Well, Kamikaze, the nickname of Ninja Mack, the ultimate weapon, Mike Bailey, and the base god. Don't take it to heart. This guy can fly with the best of them.
I don't expect there to be a down moment in this match once it gets going.
The Premier Championship being delivered right here onto our commentary desk. One of these three guys gonna go home with it. And a holy shit chance starting before a single move.
Just goes to show the absolute reverence these fans have for all three of these competitors. They know they're about to see something special, and hopefully now you do too.
That was a long setup, but a hell of a payoff.
I don't think Gringo Loco quite knew what Ninja Mack had in mind there until it was too late.
Devastating maneuver.
A devastating
from
maneuver.
Ninja Mack. Ninja Mack's kind of left out here, poor guy. How do you do a call and return with three guys?
That's a very difficult thing to do, Hutch. Unfortunately, adding one and one, it might be too much for some wrestling fans, but not those here at Demand Lucha. We have the best fans in the world.
New champ could very well be the case here tonight. Speedball has been razor focused on that title. If it was not for his impending nuptials, he'd probably be our current Premier champ. I'd take that to the bank.
Again, he has the opportunity to make that right here.
Not nearly the same response, but Gringo Loco doesn't care. He's the top guy here at Demand Lucha right now, and he knows it.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care what reception he gets from the audience. He knows that he walked to the ring with the belt, and he's probably charging the biggest payday because of that.
Well, thankfully, no champion's advantage here. Who knows what's going to happen? We've had a party match. We've had doors matches. We've had all kinds of crazy shit going on tonight, and I'm expecting this to be equally as crazy. And let Gringo bailing out. He's no dummy. He's like, you guys fight it out. I do the same thing, man. I do the same thing. Me and Gringo, we're not exactly friends, but I got to tell you, I do the exact same thing.
Well, this is a smart strategy if you can get away with it, Hutch, but of course, exiting the ring like that often draws too much attention to that competitor, and very often it won't lead to the results that they're looking for, not getting the two remaining men to fight.
Yeah, Gringo Loco, a real son of a bitch. That was a Pete Quinnell move, getting out of the ring there.
I would never say such a thing.
Oh, ringer. Wow. And first official move of the match, and it's a banger, Tempest.
Incredible. This action's going to be too close to call.
Digging in with the knee, Speedball.
Unbelievable agility already. Gringo Loco caught between a rock and a hard place.
Gringo Loco, like a deer in the headlights. He knows he's in trouble. I think he's just come to a serious realization that he might be in over his head here.
He's the third wheel in this flipping match.
Third wheel, that's a good term. It's not like a menage a trois. It's not like a threesome. This isn't a good thing. This is a bad thing. He's the third wheel.
Usually you have to play double for that kind of action.
Oh, nice soul butt. Right to the thigh, taking out Ninja Mack. Speedball right to the outside. Mack sneaking up on Gringo. Wow, huge shot there.
And now we see two men being isolated in the ring. And how soon will Speedball Mike Bailey be added back into the equation might tell the tale of this match in general. Who's able to separate one man from another and have one man sent to the outside long enough to have sustained offense.
Wow, huge Banderas and Ninja Mack all the way down to the concrete. You can hear that thud. I can feel it all the way over here. Speedball back in the ring, leg trip. Look at the speed. That's why they call him Speedball.
He comes by that nickname, honestly. You won't find another quicker, more agile, more technically proficient wrestler in Canada than Speedball Mike Bailey today.
And here comes Ninja Mack. I don't know if Gringo and Speedball have ever faced each other before, but that was a hell of an exchange. And now Ninja Mack and Speedball. Look at this showdown here at Demand Lucha.
Of course, we've seen Ninja Mack compete for Pro Wrestling Noah, which he will be returning to on July 16th. Make sure that you check that out, because Ninja Mack is one of the best cruiserweights in the entire world, and he will be taking Pro Wrestling Noah by storm once again, just as he is taking Mike Bailey by storm right here.
Wow. Impressive stuff from Ninja Mack, and Speedball showing it. He's just as amazed as the rest of us. Wow, look at that. Speedball all the way to the outside.
And how amazing must you be to really impress Mike Bailey like that?
Ninja's got something in mind, but I see Gringo outside the ring skulking around. What's he got going on? Oh, he's got him pegged. Look at that.
Gringo Loco has him in electric chair position.
Wow, nice shot from Ninja Mack.
And an electric chair drop. Gringo Loco taking out both men, but unable to get the pin on Mike Bailey.
Gringo Loco showing us why he's the premier champion, the master of surprise, pulling out moves you least expect.
And again, it's moves like that that will perhaps best give the man the opportunity to win this match, as he was able to not only take out Mike Bailey with that move, but also Ninja Mack, giving himself the opportunity to have one-on-one time with his favorite Speedball.
Looks like Ninja Mack has finally recovered. He's in there grabbing Gringo, a couple of shots to the gut. Gringo, though, dumping him right back outside. My God. Knotting up the hamstring there, kicks to the thigh. Gringo taking away Speedball's #1 weapon if you take away his legs, Tempest.
Of course, he's called Speedball for a reason. If you take out that leg, well, there's not much speed on that equation.
Yeah, well, Gringo Loco's called the base god for a reason. He's the god of this shit. I'm sorry, Nick Gage, don't get mad.
An incredible inverted Samoan drop, a torture wreck slam, if you will. Only good enough for two, though.
Wow, Speedball rolls out, Ninja Mack rolls in. Gringo Loco's got a full plate here tonight at Demand Lucha.
He's got the right idea here. He's taken out the legs of his two much quicker opponents.
You know, you're right, Tempest, focusing on the legs of both men, and an extremely intelligent move. Look at this Indian deathlock, gonna try and shove that behind the knee. He's got it. Wow, and putting the other knee in the back of Ninja Mack. And don't you dare rip off that mask, Gringo. That's a disqualification here at Demand Lucha.
No.
Wow, releasing the hold, I'm surprised.
And that might end up being one of the moves that cost him in this match. He had a real opportunity there to take it to Ninja Mack and do some real damage, not only on that knee, but on that back that could also inhibit his ability to fly.
Yeah, but basking in the booze.
That's the Gringo Loco
that's
way.
what I'm talking about. He wants to hear those Canadian boos.
He wouldn't be
powers
Gringo
him.
Loco otherwise.
Wow. You know, there's a lot to be said for the knife edge chop, but nothing stings like an overhand blow like that. Ninja Mack just writhing around on the canvas.
And again, it's not often that Gringo Loco will be a more heavy set, more strength-focused wrestler than his opponents. But that's what we're seeing here with just the sheer speed and agility of Ninja Mack and Speedball.
I was just thinking, where was Speedball? And I saw him getting in the ring here. He doesn't want to miss this opportunity. And classic Speedball with the machine gun kicks, taking out Gringo Loco. Oh my God!
An incredible German suplex.
Sunset flip, get nowhere. Speedball.
Oh my God!
Shooting star double knee from the standing position. Come on, Speedball, get on top of him. Become the new Premier Champ, buddy.
Absolutely incredible. The standing ultimate weapon here. Oh my goodness, you cannot begin to believe how much wind that must take out of you to have a man's full weight coming down on your chest with his knees. I can only imagine the pain that Gringo Loco is in right now, and if he's going to be able to recover enough to retain this championship, he better do it quickly.
All three men showing the wounds of war. Speedball up to his feet, measuring Gringo with a big overhand chop. I look, just shrugging it off.
Wow. Not as much on that chop as there had been previously, though.
Oh, man, that was dirty. Oh, back up. Ninja Mack showing why he's one of the hottest guys on the indie wrestling scene today. Oh, man.
And now Speedball is taking his turn. He wants his pound of flesh as well. And a huge European uppercut cuts him off.
Gringo slow to his feet. Ninja Mack measuring him. What's he got going on?
Oh no! My goodness.
Gringo writhing around slow. And Ninja Mack dumped to the outside by Speedball. You know, Speedball's a hell of a nice guy, but this man has a vicious, mean streak.
Oh, once that bell rings, no one's a nice guy anymore.
I think a lot of people underestimate Mike Bailey. They think he's all smiles, but this man is vicious and mean, and he takes his career very, very seriously. And look, running rings around Gringo Loco here. What's he got going on?
His technical ability is just unmatched.
Ninja Mack getting in the ring now. What's he got going on? No, blocking it.
Oh, he doesn't just want Gringo Loco. He wants both men. Oh my goodness!
Oh, Gringo Loco!
Into the knee bar!
Submission!
Into the knee bar and an ankle lock!
We're gonna have a new Premier Champion here, Tempest!
Ninja Mack incapacitated, unable to break up the submission.
Come on, Mack, it's right there! You're gonna lose your opportunity, pal!
He might try and save this championship, not only for himself, but for Gringo Loco as well.
Wow, Speedball wrenching on the ankle. And I got to admit, Gringo Loco showing some serious strength and tenacity and toughness. Wow, and missing the big flying chop that time, Tempest.
We see both, not only Gringo Loco targeting the legs of Speedball and Ninja Mack, but Speedball targeting the legs of Gringo Loco as well. We're seeing a similar strategy from all involved. Oh! And the super kick combo drops Ninja Mack with a tombstone.
Ow, a kick out from Mack, from Speedball. And now from Mack. Unbelievable.
Gringo Loco looking for a pinfall any way he can, getting near falls on both Speedball and Ninja Mack.
My God.
What a match this has been already.
Absolutely unbelievable action here, Tempest. Our main event here at the Man Lucha Block Party, and it's been a hell of a party here tonight.
As if we hadn't seen an incredible show already, this match would have been worth the price of admission by itself.
Well, I tell you, sometimes I party hard and I feel like I've been beat up in the morning. These guys, they're gonna feel like they've been beat up in the morning, because they bloody well have.
And this match isn't even close to being over either. These men have a lot left in the tank. Speedball, we've seen an unbelievable amount of endurance out of.
Wow, Gringo.
Dear. Oh, look at that might take a big hit on that endurance right now.
The base god turns into the sky god, where eagles soar. Gringo Loco flying through the air, taking out both of his opponents. And look at the arrogance of the Premier Champ. He's the man around here right now, and he knows it.
He knows he doesn't even have to capitalize right away. He can take his time, and now basking almost in the, I want to say, adoration of these fans, but a big move like that will win the people over. A few more. It might take a few more for these fans to fully embrace Gringo Loco.
He's winning them over. They were booing him earlier, and that was a Gringo Loco chant. Oh, wow.
Sure was.
Gringo Loco put Carter Mason through the chairs at our last show, and now treating Ninja Mack to some of the same.
And it got the job done last time. Of course, Gringo Loco being the one to defeat Carter Mason, the longest reigning Premier Champion we've ever had. And now Gringo Loco looking to hold on to that title for a very long time, by any means necessary.
Oh, wow, Gringo Loco. Just strutting around the ring like he's the king, and what? Taking Speedball to the bathroom, maybe. Oh!
He has turned his attention to Speedball Mike Bailey, and Speedball Mike Bailey has been shut in the bathroom.
Is that a dig on Speedball?
I hope not.
But I can see what he has in mind. Now he's got Ninja Mack all isolated to himself. Gonna put the Mack away. Oh, Kamikaze Mack up to his feet. Big, huge jumping down on Gary.
Oh, this is so dangerous, Hutch. This is where things could go wrong in an instant. Oh, dear Lord. These men are very wobbly. Oh my God, an incredible Spanish fly!
But Gringo Loco can't capitalize. Ninja Mack flopping around like a fish.
I don't know what Ninja Mack had in mind, but it clearly wasn't that. On the very wrong end of one of the most impressive Spanish flies I've ever seen, but only good enough for a 2 count.
Big holy shit chant, and deservedly so. What a hell of a main event here at the Lucha Block Party, Tempest.
What a main event indeed, Hutch. Speedball, of course, doesn't seem to have exited the bathroom yet. Gringo Loco has Ninja Mack all to himself.
Wow, jumping reverse kick there. This is awesome. Chant was starting, but it stopped. Everybody amazed by that move, and now telling the fans to move. Ninja Mack. Whoa,
and now Speedball.
Oh, they switched off.
The triangle moonsault to the outside, and now Ninja Mack.
Oh man, Ninja Mack.
Oh my God! He's got the people on their feet.
Unbelievable.
We could see a new Premier Champion crowned if Ninja Mack is able to capitalize.
Hey, Gringo Loco debuted last show, won the title. Ninja Mack's debuting tonight. It's totally possible he can take the championship, baby.
Ninja Mack looking for one big move. Oh.
Wow, all the fans here are standing. I can't see a thing.
Gringo Loco pulling Ninja Mack off the apron. This might be Gringo Loco's chance to put Speedball away. Gringo Loco going up top.
Oh man, this cannot be good.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Wow, Mack top rope. Poison Rana off the top.
Ninja Mack looking for a Poison Rana. He didn't get the full rotation on Gringo Loco. Oh my, but a Phoenix Splash. Landing on his knees. And he's looking to choke out Speedball Mike Bailey to win the title.
New Premier Champ, Gringo Loco's gonna lose the belt without even being involved in the decision, Tempest.
Will Speedball tap? Will Speedball pass out?
Speedball going red in the face. You can see it from here. He's almost as red as Mack's mask.
He only has so much time before lights out.
Now fighting out.
No Gringo Loco in sight to break up the submission. Speedball's gonna have to do it himself, but he's fighting to his feet.
Man, those ropes seem a long way away, Tempest.
A fingertip might feel like a mile in a match like this, but Ninja Mack pulling Speedball back down to the ground.
Gringo Loco, does he even know what's going on here? Come on, champ, you're gonna lose your title, buddy. Speedball going red, going blue.
Speedball's having the life drained out of him right now. Oh, what a huge moonsault! A moonsault! But again, Gringo Loco also unable to capitalize.
I can't tell from here. Mack's not, okay, I thought Mack maybe still had the chokehold in. Rolling over, No, I see.
Oh, but he's got the choke in now on Gringo.
Smart man, smart man.
And with Speedball out of the ring, this might be it. Will Gringo tap out? Will we see a new Premier Champion?
It is fully possible here. It is very hot in the Parkdale Hall now. Does not take a lot. You're going to lose your breath. You're going to lose your strength. I'm surprised that Gringo Loco's getting to his feet. Hell, I'm surprised Speedball lasted so long in a chokehold.
Really goes
Speedball
to show.
now. I see him climbing the ropes.
How any of these men have this much left in the tank at this point is
Ultimate
beyond me.
weapon.
Looking for it. The ultimate weapon.
Right into the ribs of Ninja Mack.
He can put him away with the buzzsaw kick.
Oh, new champ, new champ. 1, 2.
Oh my God. How bad do these three men want to be Premier Champion?
I feel like it's been Speedball's destiny, but every time something gets in the way. Oh no.
That pinning predicament didn't quite work for Speedball.
And Gringo Loco took advantage, Tempest. Oh no.
And now Gringo avoiding a kick from Speedball, catching Ninja Mack.
Oh, eating an elbow, Speedball, Gringo.
It's only gonna take one more big move. I can feel it, Hutch.
Up to Brett's rope.
Oh my God!
Oh my Lord, flying cutter. That's how he put away Smiley to become #1 contender and go on to win the championship. Ow!
Again, unable to capitalize on Mike Bailey, and now Ninja Mack might be looking to capture the title.
Oh, big mistake. I would have tried to pin Speedball, but no.
He's looking to put him away with one move here. It's only gonna take one if he hits it.
What's he got in mind here, my God? No, taking too long, Gringo up.
Gringo Loco, oh dear. Ninja Mack has found himself in a very precarious situation. Oh, a twisting powerbomb!
1, 2, 3,
That does it! Gringo Loco retains the Premier Championship.
Man, one hell of a main event, Tempest. Gringo Loco still the Premier Champion.
Gringo Loco is your champion, but none of these men should have anything to be ashamed of. You can see the shock and disappointment on Speedball Mike Bailey's face, but he had one hell of a performance here tonight.